First things first, use the right towel when you get out of the shower. Don't wrap your hair in the terry cloth towels that have the big cotton loops because those are often too abrasive and it will roughen up the cuticle of your curly hair, causing more frizziness. So first off, use the right towel. I keep it wrapped up for just a couple minutes till I put moisturizer on. And then I use a cocktail of products. One is a clear gel that has a little bit of holding power for curly hair. Then I use a smoothing cream, again for curly hair, and a few squirts of an oil. Okay, then I emulsify the product really good in my hands, and I put it all over my hair, and then I try and start scrunching the curls into place. Giving it some formation. I don't usually run a comb through the hair unless it's like maybe a couple times a week. I just like to let the natural curl form without pulling or raking anything through it. So right now I've got a pretty good curl pattern going, so I'm going to show you how I put the clips in. So I have a few of these single prong clips. They're actually for roller sets, but these are the best things to use. So I'm going to try and film this while I'm doing this. So I take this clippy and I'm going to go into like where there's a part that's already lifted from the scalp, because the reason you want to do this is to kind of lift the curl away from the scalp, so that you have some volume. So I'm going to put it at the scalp, and then I'm going to give it a push forward and then let go and clamp it down. So see, it kind of gives it that lift. So I'm going to do it again. I usually go at the scalp first, at the hairline, right at the part. So again, see how I'm going to push it up and clamp, so it gives it that little bit of lift. And then the last one here I'll do at the very front. So again, you want to put it in, give it a little clamp, push forward and lift. And then I kind of go down the hair. So I'm going to just kind of randomly grab like a little piece here, and I'm going to grab it and lift and squeeze and let go of the clip. And again, kind of randomly, oops, you gotta be careful you don't lose the clippy. So again, kind of in, squeeze, up, lift up and let go. And again here, you want to kind of direct the curl how you want it and squeeze. So you see you're kind of getting a little lift in the pattern of the hair, and then it kind of helps control the mess. So again, on the side here, I'm going to lift, get that hair kind of in there and lift. And then sometimes I kind of get a little bit of it in there and kind of roll backwards and then let go. And here on the side, I'll do the same thing. I'll kind of grab kind of a nice chunk and roll back. Well, it's kind of hard to do when you're filming. So again, you can kind of see how it's kind of setting that lift, a little bit of that lift in the hair. So we'll see if we can do this on the right side too. So again, I'm going to look at the scalp here. I'm going to give it a little bit of a push and lift. So I don't have that flat kind of triangle look like the Christmas tree look. Again, kind of push forward and clamp. Make sure you get a good lift there. And again, here in the front, I'll do the same thing. Sometimes I like this part to be a little bit flatter, so I don't push up as much. And so again, I go down the hair scalp. So I'll get a little bit of a push there. Same thing, a little push and lift there. Ooh, where am I? I don't know how people do this. And then on the side too, I'll get a little bit of a twist and a lift. And then clip that so you can see it's kind of, you can see it's lifting, giving me a little bit more volume. And so I'll do the same thing down the side. I'm going to try and smooth this out a little bit, kind of give it a little bit of a more of a pattern to follow, a little bit smoother. And then I'll follow that and clip it in place. So that has a little bit of a smoother look. And then I'll go ahead and diffuse this. Sometimes I use a product for heat. This Chi, it's below Iron Guard. It's actually for flat ironing, but it actually works great if you're using any kind of heat. So it's a heat protectant spray. So I go ahead and spray that lightly, and then I'll go ahead and diffuse, and I'll be back. So you want to use your diffuser on low and make sure that it's not too hot. So I usually kind of try and tip my head to the side to make sure I get the air at the scalp, because that's where I really want to dry. So you're just kind of holding it in place. I usually count up to like 20-30 seconds in one place. And then again, I'm trying to get to the top. You just want to get some of the moisture out of the hair. You don't want to dry it completely. Just want to pick a few places that you want to get really nice and dry, at least to get those products activated so that they can keep the hair from fuzzing up on you. But you can see that's by clipping it, you kind of keep the hair in place from getting blown around. And with the diffuser, it prevents it from getting blown around too. So this is kind of a little bit of a patient process here. But you can already see how like some of the curls are just kind of starting to form and not get real fuzzy. So I'll continue this and be back.